Facebook leads the industry in stopping bad actors online. That's because they've invested $13 billion in teams and technology to enhance safety over the last 5 years. It's working. In just the past few months, they've taken down 1.7 billion fake accounts to stop bad actors from doing harm. But working to reduce harmful and illicit content on their platforms is never done. Learn more about how they're helping people connect and share safely at about.fb.com/safety.
And welcome back to Vanessa's podcast. And today I have something great for you. I'm going to chat about different hotel experience that I had experienced along my mini world tour travel. And of course, accommodations such as Airbnb or any place that have a short stay accommodation with or without reservation in various places. So first and foremost, I am glad to be back, and I want to thank everybody who's following the company, who's following all the adventure videos that I posted on my YouTube channel at supercandle30. Thank you so much for your support. If you following us on Instagram, I really appreciate you, and I really encourage you to go to see all the free stuff that I have on my page on LinkedIn. So it's just called the Creative Art 16. On the page you'll see that you have all the PDF and the free creative writing course and publishing course and all the free ebooks. And I also have a lot of codes for the audiobook. So if you want to listen to an audiobook, all you have to do is contact us through any of these social media that you come across, and then I'll be glad to send you the code. So I am now in London. So the last time I did a podcast, I was in Bulgaria. So a lot happened since. So much so that I was having trouble getting a good connection, and I was not able to get back on the podcast. So I would not have like a nice quiet place to do it. So I figure I'm just gonna be patient, and I will try again. And actually, about 2 weeks ago, I had an episode all set up, and the episode didn't go through, so I was so upset. But I also remember that in the spontaneous episode are usually my best ones. So I try to not over prepare and overthink things, as they usually end up being a flop. So I think people these days are so into like right now, in the moment, reality stuff. So we like the real better, so less made up, less preparation. Sometimes it's better. So yeah, I left Bulgaria and I took the night bus, which wasn't my first choice, but that's all we had at the moment, to go to Turkey, Istanbul. So when I figured that it was that close to get to another country, I figured I should not lose my shot. So I had absolutely no intention to go to Istanbul when I was in Bulgaria. It was on my roadmap. My roadmap was actually to go to I believe it was Egypt, something else, but that was not my destination. But being so close and cheap to go by bus was something that I had to do. It would have been very dumb of me to not take advantage of that. So here we went, and actually my first night bus was actually a horrible experience, and I was kind of apprehensive ahead of time about how I was gonna go, knowing that it was a bus, that it was in one of the poorest countries in the world, and maybe it wasn't the smartest choice. I kind of had thoughts of canceling it, but I just crossed my finger and hope for the best, and it was just everything was gonna be fine. And no, it was a lot of bullying against tourists in that bus, and I just didn't want to pay quadruple the amount by flying on my luggage, and it was the only option at the moment. But I did regret it after all. I thought about it, and I was like, it's one of those choices in life you have to make. Should I go with a discount, or should I go with paying more and have a better experience? So, same as I'm going to discuss on the hotel experience today. My hotel experience, at least, I'm not going to try to be someone else's experience. So, I was trying to fit the mold for somebody else. As always, pressure everybody on my podcast is to try to be yourself, try to find your own soul, try to reattach with your inner being, your inner child, spirit, and stay there as long as you can, and try to revive that love soul if your soul is gone. Because at the end, this is where we always go back to. We go back to self, like the core of a human being self. So with all the distraction and all the issues and all the stress and traumas we go through, we tend to get thrown out of ourselves, and that's when we start losing our mind and losing aspects of control of our brain. And so that happens for so many people. 3/4 of the people don't even know who they are these days. So, we can't just it's not something easy. It's not something easy to remain yourself through this world. I mean, unless you're a monk or your moment, and you stay away from population, maybe. Anyway, that's just my thought. So I hope everybody's doing wonderful on this Monday afternoon. So let me tell you a little bit. Since I've been in London, oh my god, it has been so crowded, like I will never believe. I thought Bulgaria was one of the places I've seen the most amount of people in a crowd. But London, I gotta say, London is pretty close to it. They had a protest yesterday, an Ethiopian manifestation, and it was crowded to a point where you're getting punched, and your bags were getting punched everywhere you were going. The train station was crowded, and even late in the afternoon. It was just lots of people, and I was very impressed with London. I haven't seen it since I was 24, so almost 16 years. I came back. My son had never seen it. He really wanted to go. He was obsessed with seeing London Eye and Big Ben, and he even suggested we go to the British Museum, and we did the aquarium. We're going to do the boat tomorrow, so it's pretty cool actually, and it's not as cool as I figure it would be, because I remember London being so freezing cold, and I expected to be freezing cold like France, but it's not. So I'm really glad it's not. So yeah, after I arrived in Istanbul, I was glad that I did make the move. So it's one of those choices. You're like, should I go? Should I not? Is it scary? Is something bad's gonna happen? So it's kind of like in between. You gotta take little chances, little risks. You gotta have some bad time in order to have some good time. So when I got there, I was really excited how great it was. I had no idea it was gonna be that good. So it was really exciting. It was amazing. It was really good. It was a great trip. Of course, it didn't come without flaws, and didn't come without some stress, and some negative people. But these things are gonna to be everywhere. So